This just in, a historic vote in San Francisco. The Board of Supervisors has just approved a ban barring police and other city agencies from using facial recognition technology. Now, as KPIX 5's Andria Borba explains, this ban could have national implications. Andria?
Well, Veronica, this passed the Board of Supervisors by a 8-1 vote. Only Supervisor Catherine Stephanie dissenting from this piece of legislation here. But as San Francisco goes, as California goes, eventually so goes the nation. So this could be a first step in the country. Supervisor Peskin's proposal to ban facial recognition technology used by city agencies like San Francisco PD passed the Board of Supervisors.
Not ready for prime time. I mean, this is a technology that misidentified 28 members of the United States Congress and has led to some very dangerous situations.
Folks at Civic Center Plaza applauded the move, but wondered about the fact it remains in the private sphere.
Government can still subpoena companies for information.
I'm totally glad, because I think that if I walk through somewhere and someone looks like me and it isn't me, or vice versa, and I have a criminal background, or they do, or whatever, and it's a mistaken identity, this is not okay.
The ban on facial recognition was the tip of the iceberg. The bulk of Peskin's legislation involved setting up standard citywide use policies for the cameras that already exist around the city, including how long data is stored for and whom it can be shared with.
Every city agency that has surveillance technology need to develop a use policy that will go to the Board of Supervisors for approval.
While San Francisco is the first to ban facial recognition technology, it's among a handful in the Bay Area to regulate how surveillance camera data is used.
The only difference between this legislation and the legislation that's in place in Santa Clara, in Davis, in Berkeley, in Oakland, is the fact that it has a separate clause for facial recognition.
Ian Scher, editor-at-large for CNET, believes this could spark a nationwide discussion about the use of facial recognition software.
And the conversation is, how private do we want our lives to be? And how trackable do we want to be as we walk around in our daily lives?
Now, SFPD will still have body-worn cameras. Muni buses will still have license plate readers. This legislation will regulate how the data gathered from that will be used and stored and who it will be shared with. As far as the facial recognition software, this stops it from the city of San Francisco. It's public agencies using it. It does not stop the state. It does not stop private companies or citizens or even the federal government. Places like SFO and the Port Authority will still be able to use their facial recognition software. Live in San Francisco, Andria Borba, KPIX 5.